So today I'm going to be watching this video. It's called Why Americans Are Shocked by Polish Public Transportation. And yeah, I've watched a few videos about Polish public transport before, about the metro system in Warsaw, and it always seems very advanced compared to a lot of other countries. People's comments from people who live in Poland tell me that it's like a very, very good service, good infrastructure, it's all very well connected, it's affordable. So yeah, I can see why Americans would be shocked, especially when they're so reliant on cars. But yeah, interested to watch this and find out more. Tell me what you think.
Public transportation is a part of daily life for millions of people around the world, but it's not a universal experience. In fact, for many Americans, stepping onto a bus or a tram in Poland can be a genuinely shocking experience. This isn't just about the vehicles being different. It's about a complete contrast in how cities are built and how people get around. So, why are Americans always so surprised by public transport in Poland? Let's explore the fundamental differences that create this powerful culture shock. The first thing that consistently astounds American visitors is the sheer scale and density of the public transport network. In most of the United States, outside of a few major cities, the idea of a comprehensive, reliable network of buses, trams, and trains is simply foreign. American suburban and rural landscapes are built on the assumption that everyone owns and operates a personal vehicle. Shopping centers are often miles from residential areas, and even a trip to a friend's house might require a car. In Poland, however, the opposite is true. The public transport system is a vast interconnected web that reaches into almost every corner of a city and links it seamlessly to neighboring towns and villages. Imagine being able to rely on a bus or a tram to take you to the local grocery store, the cinema, or a doctor's appointment without ever having to think about finding a parking spot. This level of accessibility changes everything. It means that owning a car is a choice, not a necessity, for many people living in Polish cities. The system is so deeply ingrained in the urban fabric that it feels like the natural, default way to travel. This stands in stark contrast to the American experience, where the lack of such infrastructure makes car ownership a non-negotiable part of adulthood for the vast majority of the population. The ability to move freely and easily without a private vehicle is a freedom that many Americans have never experienced, and its reality in Poland is a powerful wake-up call. Adding to this sense of shock is the remarkable efficiency and reliability of the Polish system. American public transportation, where it exists, can often be a source of frustration. Buses may get stuck in the same traffic as cars, leading to unpredictable delays, and train schedules can sometimes feel more like a rough estimate than a firm commitment. In Poland, the system operates with an almost military-like precision. Trams often run on dedicated tracks, isolated from the chaotic flow of road traffic, ensuring they stay on schedule. Intercity trains are a preferred method of travel because they are fast, comfortable, and most importantly, on time. This level of dependability fundamentally alters the travel experience. A commuter can leave their house knowing with a high degree of certainty exactly when they will arrive at work. This predictability is a luxury not often afforded by public transit in the US, and it's a key reason why so many people there remain skeptical of it. The Polish system's commitment to punctuality and operational excellence makes it a trusted part of daily life, something that is a source of civic pride for many residents. It proves that public transport can be not just a means of getting around, but a reliable and efficient backbone for a city, a concept that is truly eye-opening to those from a different model of urban living. Furthermore, the sheer affordability of
Yeah, I think that's important as well. So far looking at the vastness of the coverage. Again, is it different in the bigger cities in Poland compared to the small towns? Having watched the videos about the bigger cities, it is very, very highly connected. That's what I've been impressed with as well. It's the trains are connected to the trams and they're connected to the buses, so you can get about pretty much anywhere. You might have to take a mixture of transport, but at least you can get about. Whereas in other countries, not just America, but a lot of other countries just don't have anywhere near that level of interconnectability. And yeah, the vastness of the coverage. But yeah, I wonder how it varies between places in Poland as well. And with regards to punctuality, that's like one of the most important things. And I think even in other countries who do have that coverage, like in Britain, they have very good coverage for public transport, but there's always complaints about the transport, whether it's trains or buses, being cancelled, not running on time, being late, being too fast sometimes, and you miss it. It goes ahead of when it's supposed to and stuff like that. So yeah, I wonder, in your experience, is it really that punctual and on time and really easy to plan how to travel on that transport?
The sheer affordability of Polish public transport is a constant source of amazement. The cost of a single ticket, a day pass, or even a monthly subscription is exceptionally low, especially when compared to the high prices of fuel, car insurance, and maintenance in the US. A trip that might cost a significant amount of money in gas and parking in an American city can be completed for a fraction of the price on a Polish bus or tram. This makes public transport not just a convenient option, but a genuinely economical one for everyone. It removes the financial barrier to mobility, allowing individuals to travel for work, education, or leisure without a heavy burden on their wallets. This is a powerful social and economic benefit that is not always present in the American system. The financial logic of relying on public transit is so compelling that it reinforces its use, creating a virtuous cycle where high ridership supports the maintenance of an excellent system. The low cost is a clear indicator of a different cultural philosophy, one that sees public transportation as an essential, affordable service for all citizens, rather than a for-profit enterprise or a subsidized alternative for those who cannot afford a car. It's a concept that challenges the American consumer mindset, where individual car ownership is often seen as a mark of success and financial freedom.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. And like, I know that affordability can vary, so even though it seems cheaper in Poland, obviously thinking about the difference in average wage, it might not be as cheap, if you want to say that, as like Americans going there might consider it, like comparing to America. But it's still a good mentality to have, to try and make it more accessible to everybody, and it's good for the environment. It means less people getting stuck in traffic jams and all that sort of thing as well. It's a very good thing. And like, just because a country has a higher average salary doesn't mean that they have to put the price up for transport. I've been like to Japan, and they've got an amazing coverage in their transport system, and it's, even though they have a higher average salary as opposed to some countries, it's still very cheap to get public transport about there and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, I like what Poland's doing with regards to affordability as well.
The experience is also shaped by the very nature of Polish cities themselves, which are designed with a different philosophy in mind. In Poland, many urban centers were developed long before the widespread use of the personal car, and their compact, walkable layouts have been largely preserved and enhanced. You'll find that public transport hubs are integrated into these pedestrian-friendly areas, making the transition from walking to riding a seamless one. This integration encourages a lifestyle that combines walking and public transit, promoting a more active and community-oriented way of life. American cities, in contrast, often experienced rapid growth during the age of the automobile. This led to a sprawling, decentralized development pattern that makes walking and public transit impractical. Streets are wide and often lack proper sidewalks, and essential services are scattered across great distances, making a car the only logical way to get around. This difference in urban planning is perhaps the most profound reason for the culture shock. The Polish system demonstrates that a city can be designed for people, not just cars, and that this design choice has a direct and positive impact on daily mobility and overall well-being. It's a testament to the idea that thoughtful urban planning can create a more livable and sustainable environment for everyone. Finally, the quality and overall atmosphere of Polish public transportation systems contribute to the sense of pleasant surprise. The vehicles themselves are generally clean, modern, and well-maintained. The stations and stops are well lit and orderly, and the entire system feels secure and reliable. There is a sense of collective responsibility for the upkeep of the system, and it shows. This stands in contrast to some American perceptions of public transit, where older infrastructure and cleanliness issues can be a turnoff for potential riders. In Poland, riding a tram or a bus is a comfortable and dignified experience, not something to be endured. This high standard of quality makes public transport an attractive option for people from all walks of life. It's a symbol of civic investment and a reflection of a society that values shared resources. For an American who might have preconceived notions about what public transport is like, the Polish system shatters those stereotypes. The efficiency, cleanliness, and comfort transform a simple journey into a surprisingly positive part of the day, leaving a lasting impression and serving as a powerful example of what is possible when a community invests in its collective infrastructure. In conclusion, the surprise that Americans feel about public transport in Poland isn't just about a good transit system. It's about witnessing a different way of life, one where mobility is a right, not a luxury, and where cities are designed for people, not just for cars. The extensive network, the remarkable efficiency, the low cost, the walkable urban design, and the high quality of the vehicles all work together to create a system that is fundamentally different from what many Americans are used to. This experience serves as a powerful reminder that there are many ways to build a society and that the choices we make about transportation have a profound impact on our daily lives. It's a lesson in urban design, cultural values, and the simple elegance of a system that just works, leaving visitors to wonder why this isn't the standard everywhere. So, the next time you hear someone talk about public transport in Poland, you'll know it's not just about a few buses or a tram line. It's about an entire system, a different way of life, and a mindset that puts people and efficient movement at the forefront. It's a powerful lesson in what's possible when a society invests in shared resources. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of seeing cities, hit that like button. And let us know in the comments what public transport system has surprised you the most and why.
Yeah, interesting. So I guess that's like the important part. It's not just about the infrastructure, it's about the mentality of the people, the mentality of the government, and just trying to make it a pleasant experience overall. Yeah, the upkeep of the stations, all these sort of things like they were talking about in those last couple of points. It's all importantly, yeah, you don't want to go on a public transport and not feel safe or like feel like it's not an enjoyable experience. You want it to be comfortable and get to where you want to go, like not just quickly, but just to be like a nice experience. It makes it all better and you want to use it more. So yeah, I really thought about everything with regards to the transport system in Poland. Tell me if it's how it is in your experience as well. Thanks.